Hi everyone, I'm Ellen Sweeney and welcome to Tips for iOS. This week I'll show you how to make it easier to read on your iPhone and iPad. Let's get started with these 3 easy tips. To increase the font size, you're going to go ahead and tap on Settings, and then you're going to tap on General, and then tap on Accessibility. Then look for Larger Text and go ahead and tap on that. And here it brings us into a window that has a slider that you can adjust the text size. So as I move the slider to the right, you'll see that the text in the window above gets larger. And if you find that that's not large enough for you, you can switch on the toggle switch at the top for larger accessibility sizes, which will make that text even larger. So you can adjust the text size to whatever you're comfortable with, and if the larger accessibility sizes are too large, go ahead and turn that off and then adjust the text to the size that you're comfortable with. Let's move on to the bold feature. You can access it the same way as font sizes. You would tap on Settings, General, Accessibility, but since we're already in this accessibility section, tap on Accessibility in the top left hand corner, and that will bring you back into the accessibility settings, and scroll down until you see bold text, and there's a toggle switch there. So go ahead and tap on the toggle switch, and when you do, to apply this, it has to reboot your iPhone. And I'm going to hit continue, and you'll see that it doesn't take that long. So I hit continue, and now the iPhone is rebooting, and when it finally comes up again, we'll be able to take a look at some bold text. So that should just take a few seconds. So now we're back up and running again. And so I'm just going to go over to my Apple email, and you'll be able to see that the text is much bolder. And if I open up to type a new message, you'll see that the keyboard is also bolder. So, if you like that setting, great. If it makes it easier for you to read, then go ahead and set the bold setting. If not, you can turn that off, and you turn it off in the same way, and you'll have to reboot your iPhone. The last feature we're going to cover is the contrast feature, where you can increase the contrast, and you would access it the same way. Settings, General, Accessibility, scroll down until you see Increase Contrast, and go ahead and tap on that. And now you're given 3 options: Reduce Transparency, Darken Colors, and Reduce White Point. I'm not sure that you're going to be able to see this, but I'm going to turn on Reduce Transparency, and to show you it, I'm going to go back to my home screen. So if you notice the 4 icons on the very bottom, you can see a gray background behind them because it reduced the transparency on that. I'm going to turn it off so that you can see it again. So now the transparency isn't reduced, and basically you can kind of see through to the background behind the icons. So that's the reduced transparency. If I tap on Darken Colors, the only way you can see this is to look at accessibility up in the left hand corner, and I'm going to turn it off, and you'll see it's kind of a light blue, and if I turn it on, you'll see that accessibility changes to a darker blue. And then the last thing is you can reduce your white point. So what it does is it reduces the intensity of the bright colors, and I'm not sure you can see this, but when I turn it on, it kind of turns it a little grayer. If I turn it off, you can see the whites increase a little bit. Let me try it again. Turn it on, and you can see that it's grayer, and if I turn it off, it's a little bit brighter. So those are a few ways that you can make reading on your iPhone and iPad a little bit easier. Thanks for checking in this week on Tips for iOS. I'm Ellen Sweeney, and I'll see you next week.